Good afternoon, Hotline.
Good afternoon.
What's up today?
Not much. I just found it interesting. I look at it differently. I look at 3,000 people like me were the ones that went to the other side that aren't going to go to that side now and vote for Owens. They voted for Owens because they actually thought he might be a moderate and he might represent the 23rd, not realizing that he really was representing Nancy Pelosi because he voted the way she told him to, and he hemmed and hawed until he had to come back here. He never got any advice from anybody here locally. And I can tell you this much, Jeff. A lot of people that voted for him were Republicans like me, were senior citizens. I got to tell you, all those people that voted for him before are not going to vote for him now. And they're Democrats, Independents, Republicans, Conservatives. I just don't see them. And the other thing is they didn't have a choice. Now they got.
No, but a lot of people, like I was talking to Ted Ford yesterday, and Ted said he finds Doheny likable and he likes his commercials and they're very effective, but. Then I said, "Are you going to vote for him?" And he said, "No, I'm a Democrat. I have to."
Couldn't anyway. Yeah, he's not one that they always talk that they're and the hardcore Democrats are not like people that I know that the Republicans that will vote for the other side if they feel that candidate's justified in receiving that vote.
But in a partisan system, listen, when you get elected, Steve, and that's why none of us could get elected to Congress. It's not that we're not smart enough. It's that. You have to immerse yourself in that process. It's going to provide $3-4 million for you to run. You're not going to make that holding $20 spaghetti dinners at the Italian-American Club.
And Doheny understands that, and he doesn't really need the money that maybe somebody like me has given him or whatever, because it's just a drop in the bucket. But the point is you give him that because you want to support him. The thing is with him, he's going to be able to run his campaign the way he wants to run it, and he's going to win. The Democrats know that. They already know that. A piece came out today in today's paper about that they know that they're going to their head guy, their spokesman knows that they're going to lose the House and the Senate. They know that. And they're doing damage control right now. It's too little too late. And they shouldn't have listened to the leftists from California. And the biggest mistake he made, no matter what John McHugh did, John McHugh knew that the people that put him in office here, and he never had to raise big money, the people that put him in office from up here, he voted the way most of the people wanted him to vote.
Yeah, but most people want free stuff. And the health care bill and so on promises free stuff.
So it's not free, and people are finding that out as they read through it.
Oh.
And they're finding out it's cost them more money than it would have if they had to. In other words, the rate went up. It's going to cost you more for your health insurance, not less.
Fancy that.
Oh, fancy that. The other thing is, if your employer pays for your insurance, then that counts as income, and you're going to pay income tax on that. There's a lot of things coming out in that. You got to remember, they didn't release any of this information before it was voted on.
Well, yeah, but some of this...
Because it wouldn't have went through.
Isn't there some stuff that has to happen in this society, like health care premiums becoming taxable income or losing these home mortgage deductions? I mean, it's all politically nice to say you're going to get free stuff, but in the tax code, but soon, if we're going to have a government the size we have and have all these wars and social programs and everything else, then by golly, we got to raise taxes dramatically, don't we?
Well, no, because this is the same state that gave a guy $1 million bonus that works for a state agency down in Fulton, New York. Fulton. He gets $1 million bonus because he got some businesses that created jobs, and they gave him a bonus.
Well, I hadn't heard about $1 million bonus. There was
$1 million bonus that they were going to give him. It's like a bank down there in Fulton. There's a lot of those things. You don't tell me that they haven't got money. No, they're not going to fix a pothole or do that because they want to give the perception that the state's broke. But they're giving out all the money back doors, to the back doors and all that. You know that, and I know that.
Wow.
Yeah.
So what else is on your mind?
That's it. I'm just saying that if I was Bill Owens and I worked for Bill Owens and I was in his office, I would start sending out resumes. Because believe me, I deal with a lot of people. And the ones that vote are the ones that I know very well. And I'm telling you right now, you can mark my words, he's a one-termer. I can guarantee you.
So you've changed your tune.
He got his chance. He was elected. He was given a chance by the good people of the 23rd District. And they gave him a choice. Go in there and do a job for us, Mr. Owens. You know what he did? Stabbed him in the back. Just like the president did. Yeah.
And you voted for both of them.
And I'll tell you, if a president, if they would have came in and said, look, everybody's going to get health insurance because there's more people paying in the system, the premiums would be less, I'd have been ecstatic. I said, beautiful, now I can give people what they really need. I can give them life insurance, I can give them disability.
But you are an insurance agent. Aren't you one of the people who's...
I fell for it. Yeah, Jeff, you don't have to keep reminding me that I was fooled once. They got me once.
Okay.
All right? And you voted for a lot of people, Jeff, that didn't make it, or...
Oh, lots of them over the years.
The same thing. Oh, of course you have. We all make mistakes.
I've never voted for a winning
presidential every time. I voted for Jimmy Carter, too, but I'm not going to sit there and bemoan that fact.
Yeah. I voted for Gerald Ford that year. It was the first year we were eligible.
Yeah. It was the first year. Well, yeah, I think you probably felt that the vote was justified with Gerald Ford. I don't know.
Yeah, well, they seem like nice people.
Yeah. There's certain people you always felt good about giving your votes to, you know?
Exactly.
You don't hear anybody regretting the fact they voted for Ronald Reagan.
In hindsight, no, but there were at the time who...
Well, there was people when he started making some drastic cuts and stuff like that. Yeah, cuts hurt.
I've never seen... I got this old-school definition of the word cut, meaning that after the cut you have less than you began with. But whenever I hear about cuts in government, everything still gets bigger.
Yeah.
In other words, you can... And if you're due to get a 5% raise, and instead you get a 4% raise... When the media reports on it, they say they've cut raises 20%. So it makes it sound like there's an actual cut when there isn't.
Yeah.
But that's your MSM. Most of them are all connected into the system too. They got spouses working in the system and all that. So when the stories come out about school districts, this and that, they're right on the bandwagon there.
Listen, when a
private sector business goes under,
everybody was going to get a cut. I've got no problem with that.
Yep.
I have no problem with everybody sacrificing a little bit for the common good. That's what it's all about.
Yeah. Well, we'll see.
Well, yeah.
I got to run.
We'll see. Alrighty, have a good one. Bye.
Let's cover a normal day for Susan. Right now, Susan has just put the kids to bed and is ready to call it a night. But before she lays her head, Susan decides to take one last look at newsjunkie.com. Now, this isn't the first time she visits News Junkie this day. When Susan woke up, she got her first look at the weather, local headlines, national news, even a real-time view of the weather in her area, all courtesy of newsjunkie.com. After Susan arrived at work, she visited newsjunkie.com after a coworker told her about an engagement announcement she saw on newsjunkie.com. Then, when the fire engines raced past her office, Susan knew in no time at all about a garage fire in Watertown. By the afternoon, she knew about her favorite baseball team and their win in Baltimore. Plus, she learned of the passing of a well-known celebrity. After work, Susan discovered a lake house listing priced to sell on News Junkie. Now, that's why newsjunkie.com is a great companion from the moment you wake up until you put yourself to sleep at night. Let newsjunkie.com be your daily web companion for late-breaking news, weather, obits, celebrations, and a lot more. Newsjunkie.com. Make it a part of your busy day so you're always in touch with the things that matter most. Newsjunkie.com. Spell it with a big fat Z.